Hi folks, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Today's the 3rd of May, 2026, and I'm starting a new monthly check-in. I hope you'll join me in this and tell me how your April went in the comments. My April was quite busy. I've been doing a lot of 10 to 12 hour shifts 6 to 7 days a week, and I'm tired. I'm also temporarily taking on new duties as a supervisor. So, my responsibilities have increased. It's been a challenge to remember to take care of myself during this time, as survival becomes the only thing on the agenda. Sleep, work, repeat. Doesn't leave much space for creativity, socialization, or recording. In the month of May, I'm going to focus on at least doing my skincare when I'm supposed to. That's one thing I can carve out 15 minutes a day, twice a day for. I need to do better about cooking for myself and prepping ahead of time for lunch too. I'm sick of vending machine food. It's unhealthy and a waste of money. With the way things are economically right now, I need to tighten my belt a little. I hope y'all are doing well in that regard. These are uncertain times. In very early April, we took a trip to Florida to visit some friends, and that was a lot of fun. It's nice to be able to get away from my job and responsibilities for a bit. No one called to ask me any silly questions about work stuff. I was surprised not to be interrupted. People at my workplace aren't always respectful of vacation time, so I at least expected to get a phone call or a text that I could happily ignore. We rented an Airbnb and traveled all over the Orlando area. I brought a perfect cosmetic bag for this trip, and I'd like to show it to you folks in a video with some of the stuff from the trip inside. I keep trying to film it, but I just can't get it right. The thing I struggle with the most when it comes to ASMR is being satisfied with anything I've filmed. Learning how to make the best of a situation might just be something I need to focus on in the next month. Anyway, Florida. We went to a cat cafe as a birthday gift to me, and I saw so many beautiful kittens I wanted to adopt, but I wasn't about to try to fly an animal back home. My local shelters have lots of kittens and cats available to adopt. I'd probably get a second cat from there if I wanted another. We also went to medieval times and had a blast. I found their drinks are quite generous, and maybe I had one too many. Yellowknight may not have won, but it was still a great show. Of course, we had to visit the Fallout bar, Vault 5421. It's a post-apocalypse themed bar in the back of Gods and Monsters, which is a comic shop, sort of. It has comics, graphic novels, tabletop games, and miniatures, pop culture figures, a little bit of everything I like. I wore this Fallout dress for the occasion, of course. My Fallout dress is among the merch I'd like to put out in a video I had an idea for. I bought this book from Gods and Monsters. I loved this show growing up. It was something my favorite uncle got me into as a little kid, maybe 7 or 8. Only the 1960s version, though, with Jonathan Frid as Barnabas. I was a morbid kid with weird interests, and it was perfect for me. I loved vampires even at that age. My uncle has since passed away, which makes it hard to watch Dark Shadows, but I thought this could be a fun read regardless. I wish I could have shared it with him. Some of my best memories with him are watching this show together, first on VHS and then on the DVDs he must have spent a fortune on. I've got the complete set in the coffin box. I can't imagine what that set him back. And some of the bobbleheads the DVD company first came out with back then. Dark Shadows undoubtedly influenced my aesthetic and media choices. Even to this day, I just want a big house in a spooky place where I can pour myself a glass of sherry and converse with the ghosts in the East Wing. Let's move on to something lighter, shall we? Some of you have seen my cat, Baby. She's doing well, being her usual sassy self. Since it's getting warm, she's starting to shed, and she loves to sit on my recording chair. There aren't enough lint rollers in the world right now, so I apologize if you see any fluff. I'm trying my best. We sometimes open the back door, but we keep the screen closed so she can smell the breeze and not get out. She's very interested in the backyard. We have some plants in pots back there just starting to grow. There's raspberry, strawberry, and blueberry for now, but there's sure to be more. Baby loves to watch us in the garden. My wonderful husband recently bought me Switch 2, and I'm lost in Pocopia. It's a work in progress. I'm not very creative, so it's not as pretty as I'd like. I'm going through the first area again to beautify it, put some plants in, and thinking about doing a little garden with waterfalls right here. I dearly love Minecraft, and this is kind of like that, but with Pokemon. I'm just not good at this sort of thing. I can't make things look natural or stylish. Everything ends up being sort of flat boxes and super ugly. Right now I've met about 100 Pokemon, and I've opened all the areas, but I'm not finished with the end game yet. Maybe I'll do a video on that. Let's talk about the future of this channel. I'm aiming for 2 videos a month, posting every other Monday, but when I get more free time, it might be every Monday. I'm going to start posting Let's Play videos about once a month, probably. Right now, my top contenders for games are Fallout 1, Coral Island, and Stardew Valley, but I think Fallout 1 is going to win. I haven't been reading as much as I'd like, but I'm managing to squeeze in a bit here and there. I'd like to do a book review sometime in the next couple months. I have some possibilities. Let me know in the comments if you have any recommendations. As far as ASMR artists I'm listening to, Lori Latte is a big favorite of mine. But my absolute favorite is Springbok ASMR. I really enjoy watching her content. If you haven't listened to hers, please give it a try. It's great. I hope to be at that level of competence someday, but maybe I have to spend a few more years honing my craft. To finish off this video, I'd like to know a couple things about you all, and let me know your answers in the comments. First off, how are you? How are we all doing out there? I know things are tough, and we're not probably succeeding as we think we should, but I really want to know how you guys are doing and how things are working out. We can talk about it. What is your favorite ASMR trigger? I'm always open to more suggestions on how I can make this channel better, and if I can add some of your favorite sounds, more the better. What is your favorite video game? I would love to know this. Maybe I can do a playthrough of it. That would be a lot of fun to get suggestions. Do you out there have any goals for May? Maybe you want to do your skincare or journal or say more positive affirmations. I'm curious to see what everybody else has decided on for the year. Your goals and your resolutions don't have to only be made in January and then stuck to throughout the rest of the year. Maybe you're on an almost mid-year refresh or a reevaluation of what you want to do. Let me know about it. And finally, give me your best self-care tip, whatever it may be, even if it's a bit unconventional. I'd love to hear it. I think that's enough for now. Thanks so much for watching, and take care.